So you're riding around your adventure bike and you come across a water crossing or a really muddy section. Maybe you have soft luggage on your bike. Maybe your gear on the inside is not well protected against any waterproofingness. Basically, if your gear is not waterproof, maybe your tent or your sleeping bag or your clothes for tomorrow, you don't want that stuff to get wet. And if your soft luggage doesn't have a good waterproof liner, this might be a pretty good option. Also, it might be a good option just for the inside of any panniers, similar to what I use. So, Sea to Summit. This is a company that I trust because I have, I think, 4 of their bags. I've been using them for a long time, and I have pretty much 0 complaints with everything. This in particular is a 2-liter bag. Just a little roll top closure bag. All these are roll top closure. Basically, that's like the maximum waterproofing ability you can get out of a bag at the moment, at least with current technology that I've found. Basically, you just want to roll it a few times, at least like 3, clip it together, and now you have a waterproof system. So this bag's pretty nice. I use it for kayaking and stuff. This is kind of a different material and fabric that's what's used on the event fabric, the bags that I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, these are great bags. Let me show you my other bag I use for my food bag. So this is my big food bag. We like to call it a bear bag, I guess. This has been in the Green Mountains in Vermont in my backpack for multiple years. Doing some bear bag duty. It's got a big shank of paracord to throw over a tree branch and hang it as a bear bag. For food, I usually line this with a trash bag just to kind of make everything scent proof, I guess. I've seen some of these bags, my friends have had their bags moused, and basically a mouse will come and chew through the bag and get into their food, and that's never fun. Just a mini review on this stuff. It has like some pretty awesome side loops to do that kind of stuff. You can mount it everywhere, blah blah blah. Okay, moving on. This is the Event Waterproof Fabric Sea to Summit Compression Sack, Stuff Sack. Same idea, it's a roll top closure, but you've got these compression straps on 4 sides. And basically, what it allows you to do is cinch down and make things a lot smaller. This is holding my tent right now. Tent ply, ground cloth, whatnot. Basically just everything except the poles and the stakes. So again, roll top closure. You just want to roll that a few times. Click it in place, and then roll this on top. And now you've got your compression straps, so you just pull it down on each side. This is where this is different from the other bags. So the other bags are not the event fabric. The event fabric is basically a breathable material, so it actually allows air to escape when you're compressing it. That's nice because you're not compressing a plastic bag essentially and trying to force air out of something that won't actually compress. Once you've got everything set up, you've kind of got like almost like carry handle type thing. So when you really pack this, it's kind of difficult to use, and I don't know that it's really what that's meant for, but you can always use this as another thing to strap around, loop in place. These come in a few different sizes. Right now this is a small size, I believe, and I have a large size as well, holding my 20-degree sleeping bag in it. Really helps compress everything down. Kind of makes things sort of a dense brick, but kind of helps in terms of just saving space. These are definitely very waterproof. I wouldn't use them probably for like a kayaking or canoeing trip, probably because just the materials they use. I would go with something more like this, but really you could probably get away with it if you needed to. For the motocamping, backpacking kind of scene, this is definitely a pretty much a standard go-to bag. I have not found anything better than these at the moment, and until they maybe until they upgrade it, these are pretty much the go-to. Really some minor flaws that I've found. I mean, one kind of, maybe this is, I'm just being picky, but when you really cinch these down, you've got a lot of extra strap just kind of all over the place. There's no real like retention system for these straps, which if you're mounting it to the outside of your motorcycle, it can be a little annoying. These things flop around and stuff. Sometimes I'll end up kind of looping around itself a bunch of times. You can, I guess you could kind of pass it through this too. Another thing, and this is only in this bag I've seen this. All the other bags I have pretty much zero wear to them, and they're hard used. But anyway, I think one day I might have just been really going too hard in the paint in terms of really pulling this thing down. Basically, the stitching has come apart a little bit here. I'm probably just going to stitch that back together. There is a 1-year manufacturer warranty. That's definitely not going to work on this because this is older than that. I've been using these for a while. Whatever. I mean, it really hasn't gotten any worse than that, and that's probably been like that for a year worth of use. In terms of having a retention system for the straps, that might actually just add more weight, which would be bad for backpackers who are super weight concerned. I mean, these aren't crazy light bags to begin with, but it's totally worth the weight. In terms of keeping all your clothes and sleeping bag and whatnot dry and clean. I've gotten these kind of super dusty and muddy too, but mostly dusty in like sometimes like Nevada desert kind of stuff, or dry California. Not similar to what we're having right now in California. Super rainy, but I mean, basically all you got to do to clean them is just use like a damp rag and just kind of go against it, maybe even just run it under some hot water, and you don't really need any detergents. The only thing I might use, which I think I've done one time, which I don't really need to, was like a really mild dish soap. That's about it. I mean, there's no reason to really make these super clean. I would never run these in like a washing machine or something. There's no reason to, really. I mean, the inside of the bag is really what you want to keep clean, and it's generally going to be cleaned anyway. Yeah, I mean, I've had mud on this. I strap these to the outside of my bike sometimes. I have this kind of big rack that sits behind my passenger seat that kind of extends my bike carrying capacity on the outside, and I strap these to the outside sometimes. I can loop some rock straps underneath these straps and really lock it in place, make sure it's not going to fall off my bike. I wouldn't really recommend it if you don't have to. I mean, I would probably get some kind of other bag that's a lot more durable for outside use, but I mean, I've been doing that for a while and I've been getting away with it. I don't think that these bags would float. I don't think they hold enough air in to do that. And honestly, I mean, if you're using something like this in a situation where you need it to float, I would just suggest going with something like this, which is a different material altogether. Just to give you some kind of perspective, I'll show you the bigger bag I have. This is the large bag, not cinched down, barely even can fit it on the camera here. But this has my 20-degree sleeping bag in it, and really, I mean, you can cinch this down a lot. It's kind of a weird angle and I can't really do it at the moment. But you can cinch this down a lot and make this a lot easier to pack, and essentially the same exact bag, just bigger. These things tend to range between like $35 to $50 depending which size you're getting. There's like a few sizes, maybe like 4 or 5 of them. Again, I'm running, I think this is a small and the other one's a large, and then I just have, these are other bags that I've accumulated along the way. I mean, I think these are probably the best stuff sacks, compression sacks you can get on the market right now. I haven't come across anything else. For the money, you're really getting a lot of bag. When you compare it to something like a Gore-Tex material or something, anything like that, it's going to be really expensive. I mean, for what you're paying, these are definitely worth it. I think that's all I have to say about these. I mean, again, I would totally recommend them. I have 0 complaints. Just don't go too hard on, I guess, cinching some things down if they're already totally compressed. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to do more reviews like this, maybe on, I don't know, some flashlights or knives or, whatever. If you guys are interested, of course. So, leave it in the comments if you think you'd want to see something like that. I have a few things here and there that are worthwhile. I'm probably going to do a review on my headlamp that I just got pretty soon. So, thanks for joining me on another Motocamp Veg video. And ride safe, everyone. Take care.